Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading for the collective, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And I usually upload these in the mornings. In fact, I don't want to say usually, that's not true. I always upload these in the mornings. So I always think of these as morning readings, but again, they're timeless. So if you are opening this video and it's 12 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning, that's also morning. 8 o'clock at night, does not matter. These are excellent to fall asleep to, as well as to start your day with, or to just refresh yourself in the middle of the day, especially if things have been going kind of sideways. And life has a habit of doing that periodically. I think from my experience, when things are going kind of sideways, what that usually means is I've been rushing something. I've been going too fast and not paying attention, not being mindful, not remembering that my attention is worth something. That's why we say we pay attention. And so if you're kind of getting things kind of going sideways, stop. Don't freak out, don't panic. It may mean you might be going in the wrong direction, from it's not matching what you know to be true for you. That could be it. It could be the breaks of the the cosmic realms trying to slow you down on the wrong path, or it could just simply be that you are trying to go too fast. Every time I've ever tripped and fell, ran into something, and I'm talking physically, not like with a motor vehicle or anything like that, but it was because I wasn't paying attention. So in any event, thank you so much for being here today. Let's get started with our reading. Sometimes we get those PSAs that come through. I don't script any of this. This is as close to a live reading as you're going to get for this channel, for now at least, with the rudimentary equipment that I work with, because I want to put more of my attention into the reading itself, into the messages that are coming through, that are coming out of my mouth. So in any event, we've been pulling one card randomly every morning from our mega deck. You can look down in the description below if you're new here. Please feel welcome. But that information is down in the description below. Today's card is pulled from Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels deck. Beautiful Virtue. I love that. Her last name, it's so awesome. And I understand that she's kind of distanced herself from these readings at this point, but I'm not. I love this deck. And today's card is the Mystique, Angel Mystique, representing, well, a lot of power. And before we get into the reading from the book, and we will look in the book, I have not actually looked in the book yet this morning, and I apologize. You probably, if you've been listening to this channel for a while, I get little allergy things that come and go, and the weather's been super cold, but then all of a sudden it's like warming up to almost 60 today, so everything's just like going nuts with my sinuses and everything. So I apologize if I'm not sounding as beautifully clear and distinct as I normally do. But before we get in the book, I want to talk a little bit about the images on the card and the messages that are coming through directly from the image on the card before we go through Professor Virtue's reading from the book. But we have here a black unicorn, and under normal circumstances, we don't think of equine creatures as being angelic unless you've spent any time around horses, and you know horses are very closely related to unicorns. Black horses are considered extremely prized. They are featured throughout many different kinds of literature and traditions, as well as our black unicorns. And yes, they can sometimes represent the negative aspects that are represented with a white unicorn. We have the yin and yang. But for Angel Mystique, that's not what we're talking about here. This is the black unicorn that comes in to change things. This is a very strong masculine energy of that yin-yang energy coming through, very powerful, no question, no hesitation, Nothing like that at all. It is pure power. And Angel Mystique tells us keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. And we've been talking a lot on this channel about your authentic self, living your authentic life, knowing what your path is. And as I said at the very beginning of the reading, sometimes we get going on something. It starts out with an initial excitement, or we pick up somebody else's excitement about something and kind of go charging forward on that. And then things don't feel like they're fitting as well anymore. You have the option of charging into a new direction. So this doesn't necessarily mean keep going on something. If you're getting absolute, no question about it, feedback from the divine realms, God, universe, source, your higher self, who has already lived this experience and can tell you exactly what's going to happen, maybe you just need to be paying more attention to what you're charging into and make sure that it is a true and legitimate fit for you. But let's talk a little bit about black unicorns. As I said, it doesn't necessarily mean impurity. What they symbolize usually is strength and power. Terry Brooks has a series, the Landover series, one of my favorites, personal favorites, fantasy science fiction. You could call it urban. What is the word for it now? I've just lost that one. In any event, the writings that picks up normal lifetime stuff here on this planet and turns it into something magic. So I love his series. I love him as a author. He's an amazing author, but he's got a black unicorn that comes in and rescues things. And it's called the Black Unicorn. So they can represent strength and power, and that they can lead you to obtaining your goals, as a black unicorn can overcome barriers and push forward to a desirable, powerful life. So the Black Unicorn is the novel by Terry Brooks, and that black unicorn comes in and kind of rescues everything, which the help of the black unicorn, which has a golden bridle, is able to offer the strength and power to go against the darkness and evils that threaten that kingdom. So black unicorns are not representing that energy. And if you spend any time around horses at all, you know they are angels. There are many organizations around this planet that let horses help facilitate healing for trauma, for physical as well as emotional and mental trauma, addictions, all sorts of stuff like that. Horses have very strong, powerful connections to the divine realms. And unicorns obviously just slam a whole bunch of magic right in on top of that. So this is an energy, as the card says right here, of moving forward, charging forward. Don't take no for an answer. If you know this is something that's true for you, it's time for you to change your wardrobe, change your diet, change your exercise routine, change your career, change your habitation where you're living, whatever you are feeling called to do. You started out with just a very small, just a little question, a little nudge from the universe that said, maybe you want to just explore this little path here and see if maybe there's some treasure along the way. There's treasure everywhere when you are looking for that. Every morning when I get up, I start out by I just do. Think of 3 things, concrete, physical things, right at that moment, at that morning, as I'm waking up, that I am truly grateful for. Something from my body, something from my home, something from my environment with my people. I try to pick one from each of those areas. And it makes your brain start thinking about all of the different things, all of the different areas where your life is blessed beyond measure. It's a beautiful, amazing experience. Starting the morning like that is absolutely amazing, but I always want to bring that kind of energy into my day to begin with. And I found that when I started doing that, which was something, it's been a fairly recent practice for me that's been very specific and intentional, I've found things as a general rule, even throughout the day, if something's going wrong, I handle it better. I find better solutions, and they seem to fit seamlessly into whatever the situation is and turn it into something amazing. I've been having huge tech issues recently, which seem to be, as you can tell from the background on the screen, have resolved themselves as soon as I stopped fighting with them. So sometimes charging ahead just means, don't take no for an answer. I'm not going to stop doing these readings. It doesn't matter what's going on with my tech. I will find a way. So that kind of energy, that kind of not saying no to, if you know it's the right thing for you to do it. You will find a way. But when you are coming from that place of, I'm doing this because I love you, I'm doing this because I've made a promise, a personal promise in my own heart to put these out there for you guys on a regular daily basis until I cannot anymore. I'm either going to run out of cards or run out of something. So in any event, that's the kind of charging energy we're talking about here. When you know something is right, you may be tired, you may be feeling just kind of worn out and out of ideas. Breathe. Allow this energy of Angel Mystique to bring you new ideas, new ways of looking at something new. Something new is coming. This is a card of new energy. Something new is definitely coming. So very, very powerful energy, very strong. Let's take a look in the book and find out what it says for us for our card for today for Angel Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. And I will just say, whatever you are expecting, whatever you are looking for, you will find those things. You are on the right path, although it might seem to take a lot of time and effort. Keep up the good work. You are definitely making progress toward your intended outcome. Sometimes flexibility is called for when you're working toward an aim, a goal, a target. But in this instance, you need to stay firm in your conviction. Compromise will only water down the divine plan that you are manifesting. Resist the urge to bend or to please others. In the end, these individuals will be pleased by the outcome. You are following a divine course, and others may not be able to see the same vision that you're following. Do your best to explain your vision to them, but don't feel the need to defend your actions. Look at my picture. I am coming out of the darkness and into the light. So are you. You know what you're doing, and we in heaven are here to back you up fully. Well, no questions on that at all. And really, honestly, no question about the energy from this image, from the reading itself, from the energetic signature that's coming through. There's not going to be a whole lot more to this reading, guys. When you know something is true for you, you need to stay firm in your convictions. Don't waffle. Don't get all weird and stuff. If people don't understand where you're going, that's okay. It's not your job to get them all on the same page as you. If they can't read that language, you're not going to be able to force it. That's not where you need to be charging forward. You just need to be charging forward on what you're doing. If you've got a cause that you've kind of put off to the side because everybody was just going, oh, don't waste your money on that. Don't waste your time on that. You've got other things you need to be doing. You don't need to be putting your time and energy into that, but something keeps drawing you over in that direction. This is your sign. This is your time to move forward on that path. It doesn't matter if you're the only person that's charging forward on that. I've been doing that for I don't know how long now. And eventually everybody's going to get caught up, as you can tell, because things keep moving forward along that path. Things are going to start changing in a really big way. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. And I will just remind you guys one more time, we know we don't shift. We are not manifesting like we are trying to pull things out of thin air. If you're looking for solutions, they're inside of you. All you have to do is turn your filter, your reticular activating system, the RAS, and have it be looking for those solutions instead of narrowing in on more problems, more reasons why it won't work. It's not a good idea. It's not the right time, whatever. If you keep feeling drawn into something, this is it. Do it. That's exactly what this card is saying. That's exactly what this message is saying. If you know this to be true for you, no more compromise. We're done with that. We don't have to explain ourselves to anybody else. We just have to keep living our lives from that place of love and honor and respect for ourselves. You are very powerful, and Angel Mystique is here to remind you of that. So thank you so much for being here today. If you feel so inclined to like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you want to do. This is your channel, and the only reason why I'm here is because you're here. So thank you so much for joining us today. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.